So if you're using the JetBrains AI Assistant, you've probably noticed something huge just dropped. It's now multimodal, which is awesome, right? But it also brings up a pretty big question. With all these new choices, which one are you actually supposed to use? Well, let's dive in and figure that out.
And let's be honest, it's a lot. You've got GPT-4o, Claude, Gemini. It can feel like you're lost in this massive, sprawling LLM jungle. I mean, the AI world is moving so fast, and suddenly your IDE has this whole menu of options. It's kind of like being handed the keys to a garage full of supercars, but nobody told you which one is for the racetrack and which one is for the mountains. But hey, don't worry. That's exactly why we're here. Think of this as your map. We're going to break it all down, look at what these different models are truly good at, and figure out how you can pick the absolute perfect one for whatever task you're working on. Okay, so to make a good choice, you need the right framework, right? So let's build your decision-making toolkit. We're going to focus on 4 key metrics. Once you get these, you'll be able to look at any model and know exactly what it's for.
First up is speed, and we measured this in tokens per second. It's pretty simple. How fast does the text appear on your screen? But, and this is a big but, slower isn't always a bad thing. Sometimes, a slower response just means the model is taking a second to think and follow a complex chain of reasoning to give you a much more thoughtful, well-structured answer. Next, we've got the hallucination rate. You know, when an AI just kind of makes stuff up? Yeah, that. This metric tells us how often that happens, and the data comes from real-world GitHub benchmarks. For us developers, this is a huge deal. You need code you can trust, so a lower hallucination rate means a much more reliable coding partner.
Then there's the context window. The easiest way to think about this is as the model's short-term memory. It's RAM, basically. It's how much code and conversation it can keep in mind at once. So if you're diving into a massive, complex project, a huge context window is absolutely crucial, so the AI can see the whole picture.
And finally, the big one, coding performance. This is where the rubber meets the road, right? We're not just guessing here. We look at hard data from a few key industry benchmarks. Human Eval Plus checks problem-solving skills, Chatbot Arena is based on real people voting for which model's answer is better, and Ader's benchmark sees how good a model is at coding in a bunch of different languages. So together they give us a really solid picture of how these things actually perform in the wild.
All right, toolkit assembled. Now let's get to the fun part and put it to work. We're going to take a look at the actual models you can use in the AI Assistant and see how they really stack up against each other. Oh, okay. Yeah, that is a ton of data on one screen. But don't panic. You don't need to squint and try to memorize all of this. We're just showing you the big picture. Now, we're going to zoom in and pull out the real champions in each category. So first up, who are the speed demons? If you want an answer, like right now for things like code completion or spinning up some boilerplate, these are your go-to models. GPT-4o Mini is an absolute beast at around 187 tokens per second, with the Gemini Flash models right behind it. But speed isn't everything, is it? What about just being correct? If you need code that you can depend on, you want to look for the lowest hallucination rate. And the clear winner here, the one you can really trust not to lead you astray, is Gemini 2.0 Flash. It's an awesome choice for any critical task where accuracy is job one.
Now, what about just raw, all-around intelligence? You know, the powerful workhorses that are great for almost anything you throw at them. Well, according to the Chatbot Arena scores, which are based on real humans choosing the best responses, GPT-4o is currently king of the hill. But Claude 3.5 Sonnet and Gemini 1.5 Pro are right there with it, making them all fantastic, versatile choices.
But then you have those tasks that require more than just a quick answer. They need real logic. This is where reasoning models absolutely shine. See, models like the O1 series are trained differently. They actually generate a chain of thought, showing their work to get to a more detailed answer. Both O1 and O1 Mini score incredibly high on Human Eval Plus, and they're joined by Claude 3.7 Sonnet as top-tier choices for complex problem-solving. Okay, so we've got all these stats and winners for different categories, but what does that actually mean for you, day-to-day, sitting in your code editor? Well, this is the playbook. This is where we connect the dots and map these models to the jobs you actually do. Scenario 1. You're deep in the flow, banging out code, and you just need some quick boilerplate or a line completed. Your priority? Pure, unadulterated speed. You don't want to break your concentration. Simple choice. Fire up GPT-4o Mini or Gemini 1.5 Flash and get that instant response. All right, let's flip the script. Now you're facing down a gnarly, complex module that needs a serious refactor. Here, you couldn't care less about split-second speed. What you need is a deep thinker, a model that understands logic and structure. This is the perfect job for O1, O1 Mini, or Claude 3.7 Sonnet. And for our last scenario, think big, like massive, sprawling, enterprise-level project big. The AI needs to see the whole forest, not just the trees. Here, there's really only one metric that matters: a gigantic context window. And in this arena, Gemini 1.5 Pro is the undisputed king, capable of processing up to 2 million tokens. Just wow. But wait a minute. What if you're working on super sensitive code? Or maybe your company has a strict no third-party cloud services policy? Or hey, what if you're just on a plane with no Wi-Fi? Is there an option for you? Oh, absolutely. And this is a total game changer for so many developers: local models. The AI Assistant supports them through platforms you might already know, like Llama and LM Studio. This means everything runs on your machine. Your code never leaves your laptop, which is perfect for privacy, security, and just working from anywhere. Right now, models like Qwen 2.5 Coder and DeepSeek R1 are fantastic options for a powerful local setup. So, after all of that, the metrics, the models, the use cases, what's the big takeaway? What's the one thing you should remember from all of this? Well, it's pretty simple. You are in control. You know, this quote from the source material just nails it. The goal was never to find one single best model that rules them all, because that just doesn't exist. The real goal is to give you a whole toolkit so you can always pick the best tool for the specific job you're doing at that exact moment. And that's really the heart of it, isn't it? The real power here isn't just that the AI is getting smarter, it's that you, the developer, get to be smarter about how you use it. The power is in your choice. So now you've got the map, you've got the toolkit, and you've got the playbook. The best AI models in the world are sitting right inside your IDE, waiting for your command. The only question left is, what amazing things are you going to build with them?
Happy coding!